to get a chance to be a part of this tomorrow evening. I'm going to be heading over to the Westin right after the newscast, and I will get a chance to meet these two individuals. Then have not met yet, but I'm very lucky to get a chance to talk to this pairing right now, and we'll be on stage at Evening in the Maritimes tomorrow, joined by Daniel Spagnuolo. Good morning, Daniel.
Hey, good morning, Patricia. Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate you being here. And Mark of Rare. Mark, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Thanks for having me on this morning.
I really appreciate both of you taking a few minutes to be here. I kind of felt like I wanted to meet you both before tomorrow night, so we're doing it through the power of radio, which is a very cool thing. And Daniel, maybe just start with you and ABLE2, as I'm saying, it connects people and creates these partnerships that are really, really cool that I haven't really seen through any other organization. But maybe for people out there, maybe you think sort of the big brother, big sister model initially, which sort of connected people who could share certain expertise and bring people along. What drew you to ABLE2 and this mentor system?
Yeah, if I'm being honest, so I started meeting with Mark 2 years ago, and what drove me to that is I was dating a girl at the time I was head over heels for, and she was really big into volunteering, which I respected a lot about her. So to try and impress her, I asked if she knew of any organizations that were looking for volunteers. So she told me about ABLE2. I went in pretty blind, but even though her and I don't talk anymore, I don't regret it one bit. Meeting with Mark has been amazing from the beginning.
I love your honesty, and I love that a lasting relationship came out of this, even if the hot girl didn't work out. Daniel, that's awesome. Mark, what do you remember thinking about the first time that you two met, and what did you think of Daniel?
I thought he was a perfect match. I knew it was a gift from heaven to find someone as credible as Daniel. And there's one thing Daniel and I have many, many in common. We have a birthday on March the 21st.
How crazy is that? Happy birthday 2 months ago.
We have both birthday on the same day.
So you knew right away that this was a connection that was meant to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I knew from the first day I met him, he would be like a big brother to me.
I love that. And Mark, what do you and Daniel like to do together? How do you celebrate that big brother relationship?
Well, we go bowling, we do swimming, we do sunsets in Britannia Beach. We go for walks. We go to Timmy sometimes, or like the last time we went to Boston Pizza for Daniel's birthday, my birthday, and my best friend Vaughn's birthday with a lot of our friends.
Amazing. And Daniel's
just a wonderful, wonderful gentleman. I couldn't ask for a better partner.
Oh, I absolutely love that.
Daniel's my godsend. He helps me through everything. Even through my arthritis, Daniel's always there for me. The best person you could ever ask for.
Wow. I mean, that is absolutely beautiful. You speak so highly of him. And Daniel, you say you went in for kind of, maybe not the most altruistic reasons, but you ended up finding, of course, Mark and finding this connection. And was this more than what you anticipated it would be? Were you thinking this is just going to be kind of a simple volunteer job, and it turned out to be something so much more?
The social worker that matched me with Mark did a really good job at setting the expectations. I assumed it would feel a lot more like volunteer work, but honestly, hanging out with Mark just feels like I'm seeing a friend. He is such a great guy when it comes to trying new things and sharing his knowledge and experiences, and then asking me about my day and listening to the things I have to say. So honestly, even if ABLE2 were to vanish tomorrow, I think I would still continue to see Mark on a weekly basis.
Do you get a chance to talk about this organization? You will tomorrow at Evening in the Maritimes, but when you're talking to friends about what you're doing on the weekend and mention Mark, do you get a chance to kind of do PR for ABLE2 from time to time?
Surprisingly, all of my friends or anyone I've encountered, most people haven't heard of ABLE2, but anyone who knows me has heard of Mark, and they're all intrigued by this thing that I do almost every Thursday. And ABLE2, needs a little bit more exposure, that's for sure.
Well, I know people who say that Evening in the Maritimes is one of their favorite events that they go to every year here in Ottawa. And of course, that gives some nice little exposure. But I, too, have had conversations with people who are not aware of the organization or the commitment that is involved. So what would you tell people if they're considering maybe signing up for something like this? You mentioned every Thursday. Do you commit to once a week, and then whatever happens beyond that is at your discretion?
Yeah, we've committed to once a week. Some people do it differently. Some people do once a month. It's really based on what works for you. And Mark is great in the sense that if there's a week where I'm not comfortable driving over to him, or maybe I'm just feeling a little bit more tired that day, he's open to doing video calls instead. So my advice to anyone looking to join would be set your boundaries, know what your limitations are. Don't commit to too much too early on, because it's worse to burn yourself out and have to pull back than to start light and then slowly increase the frequency as you go on.
Mark had some pretty nice things to say about you. Can you match that if I ask you what it is exactly that you like about him?
Yeah, I think I like Mark's just overwhelming amount of passion and drive to learn new things, despite the fact that he, has had a little bit of trouble with learning certain things. He's not afraid to be open about the fact that he has a learning disability. He's still accomplished amazing things. He's written his own book. He's learned how to use the computer. He knows how to use his phone. He uses ChatGPT for recipes. He cooks all on his own. So honestly, I'm impressed by what Mark can do if he puts his mind to it.
That's pretty amazing, Mark, the book and all of that. And I understand you also have been encouraging Daniel to volunteer elsewhere. Did you guys actually go together to do a volunteer shift at the Parkdale Food Center as well?
I've been there for many years at Parkdale Food Center, and a few times when they had a Christmas dinner, I invited Daniel, and he got to know everybody down there. And now when he comes over, instead of having dinner, he wants to volunteer and help them out. And I'm so proud of that. I wish there was more people like Daniel for helping with people in ABLE2 and people in Parkdale, because we need more people like Daniel, because people out there don't appreciate people like us who have more hard time than I do that need help.
Yes.
And we need more people like Daniel in this world.
Still lots of people out there looking for their own Daniel, right? Or maybe their own Mark, and making that connection. Right. I think we need more partnerships like the two of you. You guys are inspiring me very much, and I really, really look forward to meeting you both tomorrow and having more chance to talk about ABLE2 and the good work that they do, and enjoy a really fun evening at the Westin as well. This is going to be great. So thank you so much for taking a few minutes for us today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I can't wait to meet you in person.
It'll be wonderful. Daniel Spagnuolo and Mark Avrere, thank you so much to both of you. Evening in the Maritimes tomorrow night at the Westin to raise money for ABLE2. I love these guys already. We get to chat more on stage tomorrow. Around 8:30, I think that's happening at the Westin. So look forward to that. It's 11:16 on Newstalk 580 CFRA. When we come back, do you still say hot girl summer? Is that a thing? A thing of the past. It's going to be a hot summer here in Ottawa, apparently. We'll tell you why we believe that coming up in just a moment. This is Ottawa at Work.
This is Newstalk 5.